Hey there, my friends. It's Jen Pitter with By the Shore Stamping. Welcome into another edition of Teach Me Tuesday. I'm actually going to be sharing again with this really fun Trimming the Town paper. I've had this probably since the start of the catalog in August, and I just started playing with it within the last week, and I'm so addicted. So today I wanted to share with you one piece of paper from this pack that I turned into 6 cards. It's very similar to one that I did back in probably early this year with the Pleasant Poppies suite, because that one had another one that was really pretty and you could kind of divide it up. So it's the same concept, but I'm going to show you, we're going to kind of work these cards together. So first, I'll just kind of give you a sneak peek of some of this paper in case you haven't seen it yet. It's just really cute. It's got all the little houses and the little people and trees and patterns. Like, look at the cute patterns too. It's got one sheet with all words in all different languages, like Christmas words and all, or holiday words in all different languages. It's just a really fun, whimsical kind of paper, which I love. And I love that there's a stamp set that matches, that has like the same houses and trees, and then there's dies too, so you can cut out all of these trees and houses right from the paper. The one piece of paper that I'm going to use today, this is a brand new pack because, you know, I had to get more because I liked it so much. This one's just one sheet. You can see it's like kind of a little scenic town, so I wanted to turn that into 6 cards. So if you have a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, you can easily get 6 backgrounds, because you cut them 4 by 12 and then you cut 5 1/4 by 4, and that gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 backgrounds. But I wanted to use these more as the focal point, so I cut them to 3 3/4 by 5. So I still got the same amount out of them, but I just made them a little bit smaller so I could have mounts. So let's show you what I did. So I have 6 thick Whisper White card bases like this, right? Okay, and then I cut coordinating cardstock. So I have 2 Pool Party, 2 Misty Moonlight, 2 Real Red, and then I cut up my paper, and I don't know if it's in the same order, but basically, I don't think it is. I cut them all up. I cut them up like this, but they're all mixed in here. But I cut them so that they're 3 3/4 by 6, so you can see all, and they're all kind of a little bit different, which I think is fun. But I'm going to actually pair these with my Pool Party. The base is going to be Misty Moonlight, and then these will be Real Red. So I kind of divided them up by color. So let me just do this. This is the Pool Party, so we're going to put those with that one. And I'm just going to show you how I'm going to quickly turn these all into full-size cards. So we'll start with the red. So I need 2 card bases. And all I'm doing is I'm adding a sentiment. I have 1 ink pad here. I brought over some of this really fun Snowflake Splendor ribbon, because I thought that would go with any of them. And then I also brought over my crystal shimmery crystal effects, so I can turn these into really simple, really fast cards. So if you need to do Christmas cards, you could, just from these 2 sheets of paper, you could get, because there's 2 sheets of that one print in the pack, you could get 12 cards out of those 2 sheets. And the paper's on sale right now. This Trimming the Town paper is 15% off, so it's like, I think $9.78 or something. It's usually $11.50, so take 15% off of that, and that's what it currently is priced at. So first thing I'm going to do, actually, I'm not going to actually tape it down yet because I don't know what I want to do. I'm going to tape this one down. So this one, I think it's just a really cute, complete image, so I'm probably just going to add a little sentiment. And that's the other thing I grabbed. I grabbed 2 sentiment stamps. So I grabbed one that's more Christmassy stuff, and I grabbed one that has some, like, everyday things, too. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to attach this to my base, if I can find what I did with my adhesive. Oh, look at that. I put it away. So I'm just going to go ahead and attach that down. So again, the measurements are 8.5 by 5.5 for my thick Whisper White, and then 4 by 5 1/4, and then this is 3 3/4 by 5. And those are kind of your standard mat sizes. So if you're looking to make cards, those are kind of the 3 sizes that I use quite frequently. All right, and then I'm gonna do just a little scrap piece of white. Grab some scrap. And I think I want this one to be kind of Christmassy. So what should we do? I think actually this little round one might be cute. So I'm going to use that. Surround yourself with love. Surround yourself in the love of the season, which I think is cute. So I'm going to do this. And I'm going to stamp this on a scrap piece of Whisper White. And again, I'm just using Early Espresso ink. And then I'm going to stamp that. I could use red ink, but I'm just going to use Early Espresso because I'm going to use it for all of them. And then I'm going to grab my punch. Let's see. Is this 1.5 maybe? Yep. So I'm going to grab the 1.5 inch circle punch. And I'll punch that out like that. Oh, and you know what would be really cute? I wonder where those went. I did have some. Oh, I have one right here. Ugh. So when you cut out the little, I showed this last week. This was my last week's Teach Me Tuesday. And we did these little houses in the little bag or the little pouch. And when you cut this out, you get a little center heart. And I think that's going to look really cute with this. So I'm going to put that to the side here because I'm going to need that. But let's just see how we can make this work. So I think I'm going to pop this like that over here. But I might take some of this really cute ribbon, just add a little bit of bling. I'm going to kind of fold it over and do sort of a little zhuzh behind it, in the words of my friend Sherry. We'll zhuzh this up. So I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive right here. Okay, and then I'm going to stick this down into the adhesive. I might need a little more. I just basically want it to stick out from behind that circle. So I'll do this. And it doesn't have to look really pretty right now because it's just going to get covered up with that circle. But I want it to stay in place. Like that. And actually it should probably, you know what, I'm going to pull it over this way a little bit and go back this way because I want the two single ends on opposite sides. So I'm going to just tuck it under here like this. Okay. And then I'm going to stick this on top. I'll just kind of play with this so that it looks right. Like that. It looks a little weird. Hold on. Let's do it this way. I'm going to go like this. And then like that. There. See if that looks better. There. I'm just going to move this over so it's a little bit more together. Like that. Okay. Now we'll pop this up, and I think that will look cute. I'm going to use some dimensionals. I can find what I did with them. Here we go. I'm going to pop this up on some dimensionals. Right. Like this. And then, can we get this in here without, maybe like that? Or should I do it over here maybe? Because there's like a little hole right there. I think I'll do it on that side. Let me find some mini dimensionals. I don't know where those went. Hold on. I should have got all my stuff together. I don't know why I don't know where all the mini ones went. Oh, here they are. Here's them. Yeah, here we go. So I'm going to pop that up over here. And then we'll just do like that. Cute, right? Okay, and then we're just going to stick it on our card like that. So there's card number 1. All right. Put that on here. And we've got first card. All right, let's do the next one. So this one, again, we're going to use the red base. I'm using a 8.5 by 5.5 inch piece of thick Whisper White, 4 by 5 1/4 for this, and then this one is 3 3/4 by 5. And again, this one is kind of a full finished card. So I'm just going to attach this to my real red. This one's going to be a really simple one, I think, because I really love this scene. It's got the little car and all the little houses, so it looks like a little village. And I think I'm just going to use like a skinny little sentiment for this. Let's just use, I like the Peace on Earth one. I'm going to use that. So let's go ahead and grab this. And we'll stamp on the edge of our paper here. Actually, I'm going to use this one. And again, I'm going to use Early Espresso. I'll stamp right at the bottom. Can you guys see that? Sorry, I'm out of the window. Stamp right there. And then I could use my Stampin' trimmer if I wanted it for steam, but I'm just going to do it quickly. So I'll use my scissors. I probably would use my trimmer if I was not on camera, but that's not bad. I'm going to do that. And then maybe a little banner end in this. Although I'm not sure that you'll even see it, but I just love little banner ends. So you slit in the middle and then corner to center and corner to center, like that. And then I think I'm just going to pop it up right there. Maybe, should we add a little red under there? I think so, maybe. Let's do a little red pop. So I'll grab some red cardstock right here and my trimmer. And this looks like it's like a 1/2 inch maybe. Yeah. So I'm going to do this 3/4 of an inch. Is this long enough? Yep. So 3/4 of an inch. Like that. And we can layer these together. Like this. And it's a cute little banner. So I'm going to put this on with some dimensionals. I'll just put a couple of those there, like this, okay. And then I'll put that on flat, right here. And then we'll just attach this here. And then we'll add some of that little epoxy crystal shimmer effects that I showed you. So let me just show you what that looks like. So this is a card that I did this weekend. This is a slimline card. I used that same paper again, so you can see I'm using it all over. You can actually see it's the little car again. I just used a different strip of it, and we made a slimline, which is a card that fits in a regular number 10 envelope, so a regular business envelope. But if you look closely, you can see there's like little epoxy snow on the paper and around the houses and stuff. So all I did for that was this shimmery crystal effects, which is in the annual catalog, and it's only $5, so it's such a cute little addition to your cards and projects. You just kind of like glue it on. It is kind of like glue, so you don't want to make sure you don't put anything on top of it after you've added this to your card until it's fully dry, because it will stick. It's basically a glue, so just be aware of that. It needs some time to kind of dry. All right, and then there's card number 2. So that will dry and look like epoxy. So we have 2 cards. Let's move on to our next color scheme. We'll use the Misty Moonlight ones, and I'll have 2 more card bases. So we'll fold this one in half. Okay, and then this one is like this. And then this one has cute little, looks like a candy store, and a cute little church. I feel like the sentiment could go down here. Maybe I'm just looking at this. Maybe that it's the most wonderful time of year. Or do we want to just do, oh, you know what? Maybe we could do this one, Life is Better with You. That would be cute too. Let's do a little strip right here. And I'm wondering if I should make it a red strip even though we're on blue. This one's a little trickier. Actually, you know what? I think I might use green. Let me grab an old olive strip. That's 4 inches by maybe let's see, 4 inches by maybe an inch. So we can send that right across the front there. And that's not too dark that I can actually stamp on it too. Maybe a little bit thinner though. Maybe like 3/4 of an inch. Will that be thin enough? I think so. That will work. Oh, and you know what? We want it to be 3 3/4 instead of 4. Because I just want it to go across the white. Okay. So it's going to go like this. Right? And I think what I might do, let's pull out the Life is Better with You. And we'll grab another block. Will this one fit? It will if I turn it. Okay, so we're going to do Life is Better with You. And I think I'm going to put it over here. Like that. And then I'm going to use a little piece of this ribbon. I'm going to tie it in a knot right over here. Oops. This is great too for those of you that don't do scrapbooking at all, and you get this paper. Like, it might be kind of hard to know what to do with it because it is such a full sheet. I mean, obviously you can use the back side, which is a fun, cute little red pattern. But if you want to take advantage of the printing and the cute little design, this is a really fun way to use this piece of paper from the Trimming the Town suite, or Trimming the Town cardstock, or paper, sorry. Boy, trying to do 2 things at once. My brain doesn't work like that. All right, so then I'm going to do this popped up, I think. We'll grab some dimensionals. We'll pop one of those on each side, one in the middle, and then that will get put here along the bottom, just with a thin little white showing, like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and tape this down. Whoops, there goes my snow. Like that. We'll position that like this. And then we'll add this to here. And then this one, I feel like we need to just add some bling and we'll be good. So let's go ahead and pull out some of that sparkle from there. We'll use the little rhinestones and my take your pick, and we're just going to sprinkle some of those on here. So you can see I'm just picking them up off of here and adding them to my card like that. So there's number 3. Cute little one. Let's do the second one of the Misty Moonlight. So again, I've got an 8.5 by 5.5, 8.5 by 5.5 inch piece of Whisper, thick Whisper white. This is going to be a Misty Moonlight base. This one's another one that's a really good, like, full scene, like with the skating and the little trees and the mountains. So let's see. What should we do? This one could be wintry too, so it doesn't have to be Christmassy. Actually, maybe this is the most wonderful time of year would be cute. I like the font on this one. So let's try that. But maybe this time we'll use a punch of some sort. So let me see if I have a cute punch that will fit. Maybe the story label. I think that one will work. Let's go ahead. And again, I'm just using scrap pieces of white, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, we'll stamp that in the Early Espresso, like that. And I think we'll kind of do this, but I'm just wondering if maybe, let me put some dimensionals on the back of this. How we want to add in some texture or bling, or both. So I'm just going to do that. Oops, I didn't mean to take that off because I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. Like that. I was thinking I would tie, but I don't think I really want to tie. I think I want to just do like a little swoosh around it again. So I'm using the same kind of feel here. Let's go ahead. You can also build your little swish this way. So I'm going to just put it on the back of my dimensionals like that. And then we'll probably have to add a couple more so it does what it's supposed to do, like that. We'll take those off, kind of position it. Well, let me just move this so it's where it's supposed to be so I don't get confused. Like that. And then I'll just trim this a little bit. Okay. And then we'll attach this. All right, we're 4 down. Whoops, come on. There it goes. Like that. I'm going to put this flat too, so we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, and let's go ahead and add some bling to this one too. So I'll grab my little take your pick tool, and we'll add some of those too. 1, 2, and come on. 3. Whoop. 3. Whoops. It's upside down. There we go. Okay. There's number 4. Now we're moving on to the pool party piece. So I'll grab another Whisper White base. And you could, of course, totally switch this up and do each base different colors and switch up the background colors and add more color. But I'm just trying to do these really quickly. So, I think, actually, let's do this one first, because I think for this one, I'm going to add some paper around it. So let's go ahead. I'm going to attach this to the purple. I mean, to the purple. To the pool party. That's what that was supposed to be. And I'm going to go ahead and attach that. Then I'm going to grab the ribbon, and I'm going to tie it like right around near where that like seam of the mountains is. And I'm going to tie a little bow, I think, if this ribbon will cooperate. Some ribbon is better than others when you're tying bows. So let's see how this one works. I'm going to kind of tie it right around where that road ends. And, well, like that. And then we'll floof it out a little bit. Just want a little bow, like that. Cute. And then I'll trim this down. Okay, so we have a cute little bow. And then I'm thinking, because it's such a, like, it's not bland, but it's a simple little scene, that we need maybe a bigger, I think maybe like this one, let the joy of the season fill your heart, would be cute. And we'll use the early espresso again. And I might need a bigger block here. And I think maybe we'll get fancy and we'll do real red and early espresso. We'll do some inking right on the stamp, but I want a label. So will this one fit in here? It might. Let's try it. So I'm going to do this. What I want to do is I want the joy to be red. So I'm going to color that with my Stampin' Right marker using the paintbrush end, and I'm just going to use the side. So we're going to do this. Like that. And then I want the rest of it to be in the brown early espresso. Okay. So we'll do the same thing. We're just going to use the paintbrush side. And this one's a really easy one to do this technique because the letters or the words don't overlap each other. Sometimes they're kind of like cursive and they all run into each other, and it's hard to differentiate the differences between the words. So it's hard to do individual colors on different words, but this one's really easy. Okay, and because it took me a few minutes to color all of that, I'm going to go ahead and breathe on it, re-moisten the ink, and I'm going to stamp it this way, like that. And now I can see if it's actually going to fit in here. I know it's going to have to be this long way if it's going to fit. It does. It's very, very close, but it does. So let's do that. I'm not sure I love it though. So I may actually just do it all in red because I'm not sure that I like that. Or, you know what, it may need to just be a color. I think I need the background to be a color. So I'm going to take a piece of Pool Party. We'll cut this like that. I'm going to go ahead and clean off the stamp with my spray. Told you I'm winging it a little bit. We'll clean that off, and I'm going to just use the early espresso on this Pool Party piece, and maybe actually it should be another color. I don't know. Maybe the Misty Moonlight would be good. All right, so I'm liking that better, but I still don't love it. I'm thinking we could do this color, the Old Olive. Maybe that would work. And I don't know, maybe it's this sentiment fitting in there that I don't like. I don't have anything else that will fit in there, and I think it really needs to be. Unless, will the Noel fit in there? Nope. None of these. The Friends one might, but it's going to be really tight again. Could do the It's the Most Wonderful Time of the World in the year again. I think that one's just a little too skinny. Hold on. Let's try. I'm looking for a different one that I have. Like maybe this one. This one might work. Let's try this on the Old Olive and see if that works. And if I like that better. I don't think it's going to fit. It kind of cuts it off. Guys, we were going, and then I got slowed. You know what we can do? Is I think, where'd my other one go? This one. Can we layer it maybe? And that might work. Let's cut this in half. Like that. And like that. I think that looks better. Let's try that. All right, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to layer this like that, and layer this. Like that. And then we can take, I have this little strip of old olive. I'm just going to strip it right in the middle here, so the edges line up, and I'm just going to run that right across there. You gotta split it apart a little bit, and then we'll do that. So it just kind of peeks out a little bit on the sides, so that it goes all the way around, like that. Okay. Kind of lining it up with the other one. There we go. And then you can put that down. I think that works. Sometimes you'll like cards better than others, and I'm going to call this one good now. I like it. Not my favorite, but I do like it. I'm happy. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on with some dimensionals. And we'll move on to our last one. We were cruising right along, and then I got slowed down. That happens, right? Sometimes the mojo is going and something slows you up. Like this. And then we're going to do this. And then like that. I feel like this one needs some like red jewels. So let's grab the Trimming the Town ones, and we're going to do these instead. So we'll put, these are the ones that go with this suite. Like that. Okay. There we go. We pulled it off. So there's number 5, and then we'll do our last one, which again is the pool party. I'm going to go ahead and tape that down. Stick this here. Okay. And then our last card base is here, 5.5 by 8.5. Pool party is 4 by 5 1/4. And the pattern paper we cut 3 3/4 by 5. So we have this. I feel like we want to do some epoxy again. And maybe I don't know, maybe I want to just do a little smoky slate across the middle. Let's see. Smoky slate. I'm going to go all the way to 4. So 4 inches. Like this. By 1 inch. And then I'm going to do this. I'm going to do also 4 inches. But this time I'll do by 3/4 of an inch. Like that. Okay, and then I'm going to layer these together so they'll go kind of right across here, like that, with this here. And then I'm going to do, see if the Christmas blessings will fit. Is that going to be too thick? Yeah, so that won't work. But we can do this Have a Beautiful Day, and actually maybe I'll make it a little bit smaller. I'll make it a little bit skinnier so it doesn't take up so much of that space, because that's a really skinny one. So we'll do 1/2 inch. Probably could even do 1/4, but we'll do 1/2 inch, and we'll take 1/4 of an inch off this one, make that one a little smaller. Then we'll stamp the Have a Beautiful Day in the Early Espresso, like this. Okay, we'll layer this onto the gray, like that. Sorry, I'm off the screen again. I get in my groove and I forget that there's a camera running. Then we'll pop this up here, right? So we'll do a little bit of dimension. Whoops, I hadn't cut that one. I thought I did. Dimension. And dimension. We'll put that right in the middle. Come on. Like this. Oops, from the blue to the blue. Here we go. And then we can put this down. I'm going to add some more snow effects again. The crystal, shimmery crystal effects. Whoops. Oh dear. There we go. Got caught on my cardstock there. Going too fast. I'm on a roll. Where did I put my shimmery crystal effects? Here's the cover. Oh no, that's the cover of this. Oh, that fell on the floor. Okay, let's add some snow around our little tree, around our little house. We'll put some around our little people and their little snowman and this little tree. Okay, and then I'm going to grab some, carefully, I'm going to grab some rhinestones, and actually, careful not to put your hand in that other stuff. There's like a big snow thing right there, so I'm going to go ahead and do that one too. And maybe this one. I'm just kind of following what's on the paper. There's like little snow marks. Then I'm going to grab my rhinestones and we'll embellish with those, being careful not to touch our snow. And there you go, number 6. Super simple cards, but there you have it. There's 1. Here's 2. Those are our 2 pool party ones. There's 3. Here is 4. I'm not putting anything on top of that one because that one's still got snow on it. But like this one that we did earlier is all dry now, so I can touch it. It dries pretty quickly. There's our piece on Earth with our red and the love, which I think might be my favorite. And then the beautiful day, which I'm going to stick on top. But I also wanted to show you that there's so much other versatility with these. So this was my Facebook Live from last week. We did a fun fold card with this suite. You can tell I'm totally loving this design and this suite. Here's the little house. Here's another one with some subtle embossing in the background, and these were all stamped and colored instead of out of the paper, so I hand colored those. Then this was another fun fold that I did for World Card Making Day on Saturday, so that was a kind of cute and different one. And then last week, our Teach Me Tuesday was this cute little box that I showed earlier. So lots and lots of options and creativity to be had with this set. It's just so much fun. So I hope you liked these today and that it gave you some inspiration to go ahead and use up that paper. Look at how much we got, and this is all pretty much from one piece of, well, one stack of paper, but those 6 cards were all from one piece of paper, so pretty versatile. If you have any questions, as always, please be sure to reach out to me. I'm happy to help. And if you liked this video, be sure to subscribe and be sure to go ahead and like it as well. Makes my day. All right, have a great day, and we'll see you next week. Bye.